G'day, how you going? Ianapolis here, your acrylic guru from Australia. Welcome to my live stream today. Today I'm painting on a 12 by 16.5 canvas cloth. I will have the size and the colours I'm using in the description below once I've finished filming. All right, and yeah, I've got it in the landscape layout. You've seen the photo, maybe you have on the thumbnail there. It's a bit of a moonlit, violet dark starlit night with some lights reflecting there. Something simple and effective, but something the guru can get out within an hour or less. All right, so get on over here and let's get right into it. And just remember, whatever I teach you to paint, you can do it. All right, so we've got some beautiful simple colours down on the palette here. Now we'll get started. We'll start from scratch. So down here I've got some dioxazine purple, I've got some black, white, yellow and quinacridone magenta, or I've got Indian yellow to be exact, but I love everything getting busy and ooh-ahry all over the palette here, eh? Now we also need some retarder. Now who doesn't know what retarder is? Retarder is a add to the acrylics to slow down the drying time of your and increase the open time of your acrylic paint. So in a nutshell, you get acrylic on its own and you paint it, it dries that quick. But if you put this into it and you mix it up, it takes that much longer to dry. Okay, good stuff. Now I'm going to use a little bit of craft white as well. I love craft white. It's just craft white student acrylic paint, poster paint, the cheap stuff. Okay, so we'll get bugger it, we'll do the whole lot there. Oozy up there. I need my putter on a brush. Now if you want the putter on a brush that I use and blending brushes that I use, message me on Facebook. The FB link is below, which means Facebook link. You message me there and go, oh Ian, I want to buy one of your paintings, or I want to buy your brushes, your blending brushes. Now if you want to blend like me, of course buy them, but if you're blending like somebody else, you might not need them. All right, so I like to mix this up with the retarder. Now you know what, I'm a bit of an idiot because I'm not doing any blending. I've got a little bit, so what I'm going to do, there's most of my retarder. I'm going to think outside that circle, come over here and just get it over here. I thought I was doing a sky with clouds, but I get carried away, don't I? All right, up onto the canvas here. We'll just quickly crisscross this into our canvas, and this is going to allow all the paints to move across the canvas like oils would for an oil artist. But of course, a lot of people do message me and say, do I paint in acrylics or oils? I always paint in acrylics, always have, always will, hence my name, the Acrylic Guru. Okay, now we've got that all on there. That's quite easy to do something like that. Look at that, it's full in the brush, it's all on there, didn't muck around. Now, see the brush, I'm using this bit of the brush right there, and look at all the paint. But down there, I'm going to go to the tip now. A lot of you know this and a lot of you don't. I'll stroke it backward and forward. I'm getting all that paint on the canvas nice and even coated. It's not thick and blobby in places. It's quite thin. There we go. And we just stroke it like a gentleman, like a pure gentleman. Right, I'm just wiping the living buggery out of that because I want to add the sky. So we've got the, get out the way you, we got the quinacridone magenta. So we'll put that one about here. This is going to be the middle horizon line. Now why am I using that colour? Well, I'll tell you, that's going to make like a violet. You get a bit of white. I'll grab some more of this without retarder in it. Got the hiccups, haven't I? Now I'm going to pick some of this up and I'm going to brush mix this till I get the violet that I want. I don't want it too loud, but I don't want it too antsy-pantsy and weak. Now there is white on the canvas, so I'm going to allow for that to tint it down even more. Okay, so I've got it all on my brush, and watch how this blends beautiful art onto your canvas. Now papers, painting on papers, you do get a different result to compared to painting on a canvas. Now, back up to here. Right, there's my horizon line right there. So I want this right in the guts of that, just straight across like that. Massage it in. Now I'm going to just slowly go onto the tip of the brush now, and I want to grind that and blend it into the white, just so it's gradiatingly fading into the white. See the tip of the brush? Look at that. See how there's no paint on the tip? Right there, there's no paint. It's all up here. Now I'll go to this bit as well. Getting that and then just radiating it into the white like that. Now we've got the phthalo blue. Now I do have some dioxazine purple on standby, just in case this doesn't want to go dark enough. I'll get some of that on there. Oh, I've got to buy another one of that. Those flow tubes are great. That's the same paint as what I'm using in the tube, the Atelier. A lot of people ask what brand do I use. I love Atelier. All right, so I'm going to pick up this phthalo blue. Beautiful quality paints too. And then we're going to come up here. The camera movements, you can do it. Let's come up to the sky a bit. Let's get this right up there. Massage it in. When you're happy, start coming down, descending. We are descending and we're getting right to that violet right there. Use the tip of the brush. Now go back up. We don't want to bring the violet into there. That's good enough. I thought I might have to bring Mr. Dioxazine in, but Mr. Phthalo played well for us tonight. Now I'm coming to there. I want to get the tip of the brush now and gradiate those two together. Blend them together. There we go, like that. Now we also got to come down to the bottom half and do the same there. So I'm going to get the brush, because I'm going to get it on its edge. Turn it on its side. See, as I'm pushing up, I don't know if you can notice this, but there's a big roll of paint there. I've got to be careful not to put that heavy load where I need the colours to gradiate and blend like that. So you've got to be careful. Like, if anything in your mind, you want to get down there, you get all the way back down there like that. All right, pull it left and right. Now there's no big ball of paint. I'm coming to the quinacridone violety colour I mixed. I'm using the tip of the brush there, the tip of the brush, see, like that. And now I'm going to start gradiating that into that violety colour as well. Now, what do we need? I'm going to dry just the middle bit, because I've got to go and put, where's the guts of it? All the way along there. Let's see if I can scratch something in there. If I can see, there we go, I can see that. Now, we're going to grab the black, but so as it's not pure black, I might get a bit, because we got purple up there, I'm just going to use, instead of full black, these Matisse paints. See, these have got flip top lids. They're quite handy to have. So instead of using black, that's plenty, Ian, I'll get me paint done, and where's me hydrated water container? There it is there. Let me just grab this. I've normally got a, there we go. Beautiful. Got our hydrated water. Now, we're going to mix up some paint just to get some, now we want to flat and we want to fill it. Why do we want to flatten? Why do we want to fill it, Ian? Well, because what we're going to do is we are going to have a building there and then some foliage there as well, like what's in the picture. So I'll put the building there first, and I'll mix it with me flat, because it's a flat's a bit better to mix than a filbert. So I've got my dioxazine purple, and I've got some black here. And it's just a really dark mix. Okay, here we go. There's pretty much the guts of it. From there to there, okay? That's the guts of it. We'll get a building. Now, I'm just looking, all right. This is the simple building. I'll block it in. Get the top level in cahoots with the horizon line. Bring it down. And now we can block that in. Now, did that have windows in it? No, they're all turned off. That was an office building, so they're gone home, 9 to 5, they're gone home for the day. It's all the apartments down below with their lights on. They're at home eating takeaways and watching Netflix and watching me on their big screen TVs. Okay, so I just frigged around and get that straight because I went over there with the brush. There we go. So we got that mess in there. Now we simply, I'll grab a little bit of water just to inculate that. Now we want to get that pretty much down in the water. See that line I said there? There's the guts of it. Because we're getting this. Now I'm going to do this a bit different to the reference picture because the reference is just referencing to me what I can do. I'm going to do this my way because it's my painting, and that's the good thing about when you do a painting, you've got to realise you can do what you want in it because it's your painting. All right, and a blurry reflection is always good to be blurry. I don't have to try and do it and drag it all down. I do it as I paint it. All right, there we go. That was quite simple and effective, wasn't it, eh? All right, moving right along. Now, we've got the rest is down here. I'll leave that there just in case I need it. And we'll grab Mr. Filbert, Mr. Bent Stupid Filbert. Look at it, he's all fared out. He's buggered up, gone to buggery. Okay, we'll get some of this paint now. And we're going to quickly do our trees and stuff like that. All right, so I'll start from this side. There's the guts of it. So we quickly want some trees up here. And in between all this, in the reference picture, there's buildings that you can't see, but we will see them when we turn the lights on. Now see here, you're coming off the painting. Always remember to come up. It looks pleasing instead of straight or down. It's just something you can remember and do. Okay. Now there's the guts of it, the guts of it, the guts of it, the guts of it. Okay. Simple, that was easy. I pick easy ones to do live tutorials because going live is quite hectic in itself. Now we're going to quickly pretty much do that again on the same depth, but I've done it, and then I'm going to use the brush to try and drag it down, but not too out of control-ish. There we go. Back on the edge there. Come on, get in there, you stupid brush. And then I'll fix the middle up where it's gone all oobly doobly. Get some air in some trees there. Okay, there we go. Now that's one side done. Yep, that's looking fine. I'm mixing this up a bit more on the palette. Okay, now we're pretty much to about here, to about this point. Okay. We just got more trees. So there's the guts of it again, the guts of it's all here. We're pretty much I'm gonna do the tops, put some air in some of the trees, but this is all mid-level. It's nothing really high. Try and get some sharpness in there, Ian. That looks a bit stupid. There we go. To about there. I'll get it to the guts of it again, the middle, the horizon line. Stamp that. Try and get this a bit. There we go. Now we're going to do the same thing here. This is quite easy. See the thickness? Pretty much grab your thickness and blobulate it on, bit low there. Stop if you want and start pulling it down. But as you pull this down, pull and come off. Don't go all the way down there if you can help it, because it's a different kind of reflection. Some reflections warrant strokes like that, but this one doesn't. Go again a bit more. And then we'll pull that down as well. Now when you pull it down, keep them straight. These are a little bit crooked there, I'll straighten them up. That's why I dried it just a little bit, because I needed time to, I needed some of it still wet to pull down. Okay, we'll move right along here. Now we've got a bit higher. That's why I went to that mark there. Now these are obviously bigger trees closer. Get air in between them up there. Coming all the way. Oh, big blob there, don't get that on your brush. Coming all the way. And probably there, we'll just get the littlest bit there like it is in the picture. Something there. Now see, I don't know, where are we? See this, how it's a blob. I want to try and get that nice and sharp. There, see that's sharp. So I'm going to keep mucking with that till it's sharp. There we go. And I've got air in between some of these. Simple. Got air in a little bit there. And now we'll blackulate it all the way in the guts to the horizon line, which is there. Try not to press too heavy, because you'll be pulling up white dots. Okay. Now we're going to just simply put that same height down into the water there, like so. I'll go to there because I don't know how long it's going to stay wet for. And just from the horizon line, not all the way up here, from the horizon line, start pulling that down. Get it a bit lower, there we go. So it's about there. And pulling it down like so, okay? Too easy. Now I've got to dry this so as we can turn some lights on. Pretty simple so far. It's going to look good when it's finished. Okay, I didn't need the other filbert, that was okay. Now what I want to do is I'm going to grab, let's say, a brush like that, okay? And we've got some of the, I'll grab some of this and bring it over here, whereabouts, so as I've got easy access to it. Okay. Now I'm going to use the craft paint. The craft paint's already a bit inky, and where I'm going to have me lights on, I need to prime it up with this paint first, so as the colour, which is going to be the Indian yellow there, will stand out. Because if I try putting just Indian yellow on that dark colour, you will not see it. So I'll grab my mull stick, and what do we got? We got a, come here you. We've got little far away ones and some big ones on the horizon line. So we've got some little far away ones, and on the horizon line we've got some big lights pretty much, and they're coming all the way in front of that industrial building. So we'll get them on there, and then I can do the reflections. So follow that horizon line, the guts of that horizon line. Put a few little ones there if you want. Now we've still got to do this. So underneath all of those, leave a gap. Keep them straight though. This is going to be yellow. Oh, my fridge is making a spooky noise. So far, like that. Yeah, that one's a bit crooked, isn't it? All right, so we'll move right along. Get that out the way. Just picking up some more white. Who said that? Marilyn McDonald. When I find myself painting, I paint with an Australian accent. Good on you, love. Now we've got some more. Now what we'll do to create perspective, we're going to come along here and we're going to sort of come like it's going back far away. Get this colour. Flick him down straight if you can. Oh, I'm nervous. How's that looking in the... That's okay. See how they look like they're going backwards? You hear me? You know what I mean, eh? Okay, now we'll pretty much do some back here. Something peeking up there. I don't know what's up there, just breaking it up a bit because, believe it or not, these are going smaller now from here right back into there. A lot of small ones. This is going far away. And there's just one big party animal got something going on here. He's got his lights right on. I won't do it the same as the reference because I don't know what it is. It looks like an X, but I don't know what it is. So I'll make it up my own thing. So we've got that there, and we'll bring that down like that. Make it a bit longer there because it's closer. There we go. What's that there? Bit of black blob. And now we've got to get these ones. I need to get this mail stick. There we go. We'll just keep these in a straight line from the horizon line. And now we'll individualise the reflection there. How's that looking? Not bad. Once we put the colour in, it'll be okay. It's just a bit gloobly at the moment. I'm just putting something out here as well. Okay, now we'll wash that brush, same brush, and I want to use the Indian yellow now, because the Indian yellow is going to sit on top of that white on its own. It won't sit on top of there. And we can stretch it down. Now I just need to dry that white. What do you call it? Missing. So I just want to put, where are you, Carl? Carl. I'll put something in here. The cleaners in this building, they've got some lights on. Okay. So I'll just, let's hope that makes sense. All right, now we'll get the Indian yellow. I've dried that, so down here, a bit of water on my brush just so as we're going to get transferring. This Indian yellow goes quite nicely on top of white. It's sort of opaque. Just let me have a look. Yeah, that's it. That's going to work. I don't want it too watery because it'll really be hard to see the colour. So we'll come back here. I've got to do a moon in this yet. I'm waiting to do the moon because I love doing moons, eh? Got 80 people watching. Give us a thumbs up. So we're pretty much going to colour all these lights in with this Indian yellow because that's the colour they are. I'll do one here on the tape just so you'll see the difference. See the difference without the white underneath? For those who don't know, see these, they're more solid and strong with the white underneath, but without the white, they look weak. So I'm pretty much just going to do this now over all the whites. You can leave some lights white if you want. See how we go. Gonna make a balls of that, haven't I? Right, I'm just gonna move right along here. North Carolina, Jan Davis. How you going, Jan Davis? Getting there, we're getting there. Just pretty much over the white. I want to thank all my patrons that support my channel every month. Really appreciate it. There is a link if you're not a patron and you want to support my channel every month. There's a link below. Self-explanatory when you click onto it. Those who don't know what it is, it's just a platform where you can support a creator like myself and you pledge $1 or whatever you can afford a month, the price of a cup of coffee, to support creators like myself. Because when our channels become to a certain size, they take a bit of effort to keep going, and we want to keep creating as much interesting content as we can, and any support is always much appreciated. That's why a lot of us now do try and promote any avid supporters who are willing to support us there. Get this one all the way down. There we go. And we've got a little bit jingle jangling over here. There we go. That's pretty much that done. Now I want to do me moon. Oh, what have we got there that I missed? Let me go back up there. Chris Duffy, thank you very much, Chris Duffy, just because he says. Thank you very much for your super chat donation there, Chris Duffy. And you'll get a big shout out in my next Friday Night Live, because that'll be documented and put down on the list for shout outs. If you ever have any questions you want to ask me, comment below in my videos. They get printed out and they get asked in the following Friday Night Lives as well. You get a big shout out there. But if you ever do support, there have been people that support, but they're not that keen on having their names read out, and they just simply say, this is just something from me to you. I really don't want attention brought to me, so I don't go and blurt their name out. But if no one doesn't, if you don't say don't blurt me name out, well, I'll give you a shout out anyway. Oh, I've got a big thank you to say to Chastity Roots in my next Friday Night Live. I received this big box of goodies from her. Now, moon. We need a moon. So I'm just looking for a brush, and I'm wondering what sort of brush to use. We've got a crescent moon up there, but that's not going to give me a crest, so I won't do that. I'll just use my little pouncer. Here we go. What have we got there? Is that little enough, or is it maybe too small? This is me spongy. There we go. This is me sponge bucket. It's got all my pouncers and sponges and just snot in it. All right, we'll put that there. Now, how's that? That's pretty much the size I want. Okay, so how do we get a crested moonie when you're going to use a sponge like that? I used to have trouble working that out myself as well, but what I'll do, I can even go as far as using a firm brush, let's say like this one here that's quite firm in its behaviour, pick up some of the paint, and you know, like I say, painting you don't have to rush. We can simply paint on here the area we want it to stamp onto our sky. I want a crest. What's that crest? Now lo and behold, there's been times where I've just put a crest on the moon any old way, but the crests do sit on an axis. And when you get a bit popular, people like to pick on the most tintziest, weeniest things, so you got to try and keep those detail police happy as well, which I don't mind anyway, because it's all of a challenge, isn't it? So yeah, so I'm getting this on there like that. Bernard just walked in. So that's the crest of me moon. That's how much I want on the sky. Now, where are we? Let's say that's the horizon, okay? A crest doesn't sit like that. A crest is always sort of under up, if you know what I mean. So where's that? I've got to get that there. Now let's hope this works. It's over that side. So there's my crest there. We'll put him on. Let's see. Oh golly, things you do to keep detail police happy, eh? Let's put that on. Too easy, eh? I just stamped it on. Now we'll go boom. Where are we? Now don't put it the same way down here. You got to back to front it. So let's back to front it that way. The crest is there. So let's put him about there. We'll stamp it on. We can probably give it a little bit of a pull down if you want. Oh, too much. Well, that wasn't good. So what I'll do, this is good because I'm making a mistake here, and you can see how the guru's going to fix it. Golly, I'm under pressure now. Linda Overbay, thank you very much for your super chat. For the laughs, always a hoot, she says. Good on you, Lisa. Sorry, Linda. Oh, Linda. Now this is probably too dark. Yes, I need to whitelise it. Put a bit of white in there and get it the same value. I'm just looking for that value. There we go. Now I'm going to... This water is quite calm and the reflections are like mirror type. So bugger that. I'm going to put the reflection in my way because like I said before, it's my painting. So we'll get that there. We'll get the white. I'm just going to use my... I'll put that pouncer away now. I'm just going to use my finger. I'll stretch the glove because I'm wearing a glove. And we pretty much got that about there, okay? And then I'm going to grab the brush. Now I might need it wet, I'm not sure. Because I've got to waterfy it. There we go. Get a bit more, you dag. Making a right mess of this, aren't I? Righto, let's get that waterfied. All the way up there. God damn. Hang on a minute, bear with me. I've got to fix it. It's just looking like snot. It's looking like absolute snot, so get more of this into that. Bear with me. For the last, Chris Duffy, it's Christine Duffy, just because. Okay, let's get this. Oh, now it's too bloody bright. Too light, I mean. I'm just trying to get that flavour. I've just made a simple thing messy in the painting, so I'm rubbing it out if I can. just so as I can get this there like that. Okay, hooray. Now I need that brush just so as I can waterify the reflection. Because you inspire me, A Pana Morgra. Thank you very much for your super chat donation. Much appreciated there. I'm not sure if you're male or female, but I love you anyway. Thank you for your support. Now here we'll go. We'll go again. There's our moon. Let's try again. When something's that high in the water, it starts participating out here. So I'm just going to do the way I feel it would participate, and then I'll waterify the thing with the watercolour in the brush. There we go. Lightly does it, Ian. There we go. That's it. And idiot me goes and there we go. Get the dark and pull it back. Gee, this little reflection's giving me grief, isn't it? But not to worry. Now we need a bit of water. I'm coming down to the palette down here because I'm going to put me sparkles in there to hide all the mistakes I made. How do you do that, Ian? Get a flat brush. I've sprayed some water on my palette, so I put it here. I spread that out like a sheet. I'm making me bed. There we go. And then we start pulling that into the water, just like that. See? See what's on there? You don't need a ton of that in your brush. And you've just got it lightly loaded, but inky enough to flick. And we want to get that shimmer. I'm mainly doing this now to hide all the mistake that I'd done there with that crazy moon. Down there, come right off it. And I can intensify the very centre. And then you saw the guru make a stupid but honest mistake. Quite easy. But see, we've rescued that. See, we can even go up into here a bit. That's reflection there. Oh, not too high, Ian. Calm down. Easy, tiger. And that's it. I've fixed up a simple mistake. There we go. I forgot to flick the stars in the sky as well, because there are some in the, are some stars in the sky. So I'm going to flick some in the sky, but I don't want to get any on the building. Where's my camera? There it is. So mainly at the top, because that's the dark bit up there, all the dark scary bits at the top. This mainly at the top. I've got glare there, I can't see what's on the other side. Yeah, you've got glare there too. Simple painting, easy and effective. It's only taken 48 minutes. This is probably the quickest live I've done, which is great. You could probably, even if you wanted to, put some, I'll show you because I've got some time. Where's my titanium white? Look at the mess down here. Isn't this fantastic? Look at that. Got to get all the way in here, get brushes and chuck into the water container there. And I need some titanium white. I'll get some of this. Just bear with me a minute. I'm just going to put some of this on the canvas where I'm going to put my cloud. Why? Because this is going to taint the cloud. Now I've got to quickly wash that brush because I've gone and contaminated it with all that quinacridone magenta. Quinacridone magenta and white makes a good violet. As you can see, I've got in the middle there. Now I'm just picking up some of this white, and if you want to, we'll put a cloud, but we want this cloud, we don't want it white, we want it sort of murking with that quinacridone. Okay. Nothing massive, nothing too big. Now I will pick up some more quinacridone. and just see if we can like blend that down into the horizon there. Do some kind of creativity with it. See, just like that. Now you might think, oh, I wouldn't have done that, Ian, bugger that. Don't do it, it's your painting, do what you want. But it's just giving a bit of something, looking far away over there, just right over there. It's what I like to get in me painting sometimes. Something where you can really feel it's trying to look right over there and you're getting involved with it. Boom-bitty, boom. These lateral type of clouds, they're which are nimbostratus clouds, these ones that I'm doing, these long ones, they give you that sense of depth within there. See, that's added a bit of value, and just adding that there's probably upped the price by 20% of the painting. Okay, we're finished. I'm just going to autograph it now so everyone can watch me autograph this painting. I'm going to grab maybe a bit of the dark colour just because I want to, and a bit of blue with it. So I'm grabbing just a bit of the phthalo blue and the black and all that mixed up, just so it's a dark colour. Now I'll autograph it here. Now be sure to check out the links in the description below. Share, like and subscribe. Thank you everyone who supports my content. Thank you all my patrons that support me every month. Much appreciated, and it really helps my channel. Message me on Facebook. I have an art group which is Ianapolis Art Network. The link's in the description below. Request to become a member there, but you do have to answer some questions and just tell me that you saw me on YouTube and I'll quickly get you through. Some people request to become a member but they don't answer the questions, and if you invite someone to the group, just tell them to answer the questions. There we go, got the autograph there. Now I'll whack a frame on that and we'll see how she looks. There we go. I don't know what we're going to call that. What do you call that? But I'll tell you what, it's not too shabby, is it, eh? Look at that. We've got a night scene, a moonlit night scene, all right? And just remember, you can do it, all right? All right, I had fun doing that. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And if you did, you be sure to tell your friends. But if you don't like what I'm doing, just simply tell everybody, all right? Goodbye, good luck, and good on you.